By far, it is one of the best tools for student voice. It's simple to use and it's easily adaptable to any classroom and learning environment. And guys, it's creating some pretty fantastic learning rock stars out there in our students. I also think that teachers have been hitting some high marks on that level of student choice in their students, and they're developing some pretty fantastic lessons just geared around letting students express their learning. So the world is your oyster when it comes to developing these discussions for your students. So let me show you what I have in Flipgrid. So I've already logged into my Flipgrid and I have some discussions here. There's discussions and there's activities, and if you think about it, just think about it's a grid and it's a social media feel to it, okay? And the world is your oyster when it comes to developing these discussions for your students. You can go as far as just something very easy and laid back, something that's fun for them, a space that they can just let loose, to something that expresses their learning, that they need to show you that they've gotten the skill. So you can create your classes and your groups, and then you develop your topics, or you can reuse topics that have already been created by fellow teachers that have developed topics for their students. I'm always a fan of, if somebody's already created the wheel, guys, you can put it on your car and roll with it too, okay? So if you're new to Flipgrid, my advice is to go to that Discovery tab here at the top. Okay, so don't get lost in it, okay? So you can browse through what's already been created. There is so much to choose from. So I think it's always nice to have a topic in mind. So if you type something like, let's say, back to school, okay? And it will give you a few more options to filter down, to drill down into your subject type, your subjects, your audience. So if you needed something more of the elementary level, you can certainly do that. And so it'll give you the ability to see what's out there and what has already been used and how many times it's been used. So some of the more popular things will filter its way up to the top. I like to drill down this way, and then that way I don't have all of this that I'm trying to go through. There's a lot of companies out there that have been working with Flipgrid, like Wonder of the Day, Topic of the Day. Code.org is now working with Flipgrid. Breakout EDU is working with Flipgrid, and they have topics now that they are giving to Flipgrid. So all you have to do is just reuse theirs. So let's go into my topics. I'm going to go into back to my discussions. And I've already looked up one, and I've already found one recently. And I've put it into my discussions. I put it into my topics, okay? It's called All About Me. And I've already added it. So I like it because, let me show it to you. It gives the students the opportunity to use all of the video styles and experiment with them. It's a great introduction on how to use them and how to become familiar with Flipgrid. Now, do they have to use all of them? No, some of it says optional, but it gets them used to, this is how I'm going to use Flipgrid. Okay, so I do have the ability to edit this topic. I have this pencil right here. So I can edit it. I can edit the title, I can edit the prompt, I can edit the time, but I can also edit the moderation. So do I want to see my students' videos before they hit the grid? I probably want to in the beginning. I want to see what they're putting out there because I don't want it hitting that grid without my approval first. So you might want to think about that too. You also have some other video features you might want to think about. For example, do you want to allow them to edit their videos? Do you want them to be able to like each other's videos? Do you want them to be able to attach a link, a document, or a OneNote? Do you want them to be able to do that? How can they comment? Do you want them to be able to do a video comment? Or do you want them? So there's these things that you need to think about. I always like to give my students these features in bits. As we learn the procedures and the expectations for maybe like commenting or giving feedback, then some of those features are turned on for them. It's a great lesson in that social etiquette, that digital citizenship. It's always nice to give it to them in chunks. That way we can learn the expectations as we go on. Once we're happy with our assignment, we can update our topic, and then we're going to go and add them to our groups. So I'm going to go back into my discussions. So I've already added it here into my groups right here, but I can always add it into any other group that I want to. So if I wanted to actions, I can come in here and I can move the topic to another group. I can select another group to move it to. I can give it more than one group that I want to move it to. So maybe I want to go move it to Hey There, and then it'll appear in that group's topic list. I can put it in all the sections that I want to. I can put it in all my classes that I want them to participate in. As my students respond, and we'll go down here to what's in your bag because I have a few students who participated in this. So if I go into what's in my bag, I can go and look at this one right here, and I can see that this is Brady's what's in my bag, and I have the option to give him a text comment, or I can actually give him a video comment. And I think they like the video comments the most because they can see you and they can see that personal element that you're giving them feedback just for them. And they like that personal touch. So with all of these educational tools, you're gonna see that some of the best ones are going to do those integrations with the learning management systems. And Flipgrid does just that. It integrates with a variety of learning management systems. So if you are working with Teams, and if your district is using Teams, you can click here to share. And you'll see right here in the middle, there is share to Teams. You can actually create an assignment and it delivers straight to your Teams channel for your students as an assignment, and it brings them straight to this topic in Flipgrid, and they don't need to worry about logging in or signing on, worried about another username, password. It goes directly to that Flipgrid, and that's one less click that they have to make. There will always be reasons to require an essay or written documentation, but from time to time, you can let them tell you or show you what they know. Actually show you what they know. You'd be surprised what your kids will do, and watch them shine. Have fun, friends.